Guys and dolls, Freedom Dad here, and it's a beautiful morning, very very cold. I'm just going to take you a wee walk around here just to show you the frost because I'm going to go into a wee forest and it's not as cold in there but you'll see the frost on the bedding plants. It's a wee community garden thing, guys. Do a good wee bit for the community, so they do. And I have to say, it's pretty well looked after, and the kids seem to be leaving it alone for some reason. It's not it's not like them, to be honest with you. But got all sorts of stuff going on in the summertime, so they do. Let's give you a wee look. But you can see the grass frozen, absolutely frozen. And I've left my gloves somewhere, as I normally do when I'm doing videos. Take my gloves off to fix mics or fix a mic or something, and I walk away and leave my gloves. So I will find them, I will find them. I'll be walking along and they'll be just sitting. But look who we've got. She'll come back. Tulip, Tulip, come on, girl. Yeah, full of life. Full of life. So I hope you'll pick me up, okay? Definitely going to get a new mic for Christmas. I promise. Things have been just a bit tight, you know what I mean? But a bit tight. Just obviously with baby and just the way the world is, the way things are. But I have to say, I am very lucky. I do get help from, if I'm really, really stuck, I'll have got good friends that will always help me out, and just loans without interest, you know what I mean? So very, very fortunate that way. And it's also down to the type of person I am, because I always pay my debts. I've never bumped anybody for nothing. I wish I could say the same for everybody else. But it's basically it, you know what I mean? I don't burn my bridges, Other people burn their bridges with me, but that's their doing. And just on that note, before I start my wee video, I am expecting something to come soon, guys, from the left. I have been getting, and I know there's on the rights a couple of people, well, I don't know who, I know what group, you know what I mean, asking about me, because obviously if my name pops up back home, I get told about it, So it's a strange one, you know what I mean, very strange. But yeah, like I say, I didn't come on here blindly, you know what I mean? Didn't start doing these videos without any thought, of anything that might come at me. So I am prepared, I'm hoping there's left. I have been waiting for them to come, and then, we can. I was hoping to keep stuff for my book, because I know these are all going about, should write a book. And I have to be careful. I can't just write a book. I can't just speak about my life, because there's a lot of people involved in my life. There's a lot of things that, people haven't. But Northern Ireland was a pretty wild place. You know what I mean? It really was. In the 80s and the 90s, it was pretty wild. And a lot of stuff went on, And maybe one day, if I live long enough, people do pass away and I don't do any harm or any loved ones are left, and I'll always take everything on board. I'm not just going to blindly talk about stuff, and I know some would like me to do that, but I think he's understand why I don't. He's know the type of person I am, so I'm drawing the line under certain things, you know what I mean. But if I'm forced to talk about stuff, obviously I'll talk about it, you know what I mean. And I suppose in some ways I'll be glad to get some stuff out of the way, to be honest with you guys, But say about another year, and I will have something down for, I'm not going to say mild, but my life bad enough. What I can tell you is bad enough, 100%. You'll be glued to whatever it is, whether it's a book, video format, or audio, whatever. You'll be glued to it. There's no two ways about it. And that's with me leaving quite a lot of stuff out. But, it will be good enough with leaving stuff out, and maybe in the end, later on, I can maybe bring another one out, and, before I go, I want to make sure Lucky's okay, but I would also like to help some other people out as well, got a couple of people in my mind that I would like to help that's been good to me over the years, that they probably don't realise how much I appreciated them and stuff like that, because, like I say, I wouldn't say I'm not the easiest person to get on with. I'm very I think I'm very strict to myself, so therefore I'm very strict with people around me. I expect people to treat me exactly the same way I treat them, Um, and I don't have, there's no room for error, And a lot of people can't handle that, And normally what you normally find, but this is normal in my life, and I've spoken about this before with you, normally I find people that come into my life, befriend me, and then if I don't behave the way they think I should behave, then they dislike me. And, you go from one extreme to another extreme. And I always tell people, your biggest threat in life are your friends, because they're the ones that worry about you. Come on, cheer up. So I learned a long time ago to keep a lot of things very, very private. No matter how much I trust people, the only people I truly trust are people, to be honest with you, are from Belfast, because they grew up with me. Bangor, they grew up with me, you know what I mean? So they're tried and tested over years and years and years. And, you just got to go with logical stuff, They're the type of people that know everything about my life, you know what I mean? And, I do have to... Hey, chill up, look at her. That's her trying to get to the cars on the main road up there, guys. What's she to do here? What is down there? Oh, aye. You would have been wet. Then shower. You need to get in a shower, you had, are you? Yeah, so anyway, guys, we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. But I've got a good idea. I've got a couple of people speaking to me about stuff from different thingies. And this is why I always keep my life quiet. I never let people know exactly who I know, what I know, or anything like that. There's things you've always got to keep to yourself. You always got to make sure that if you say anything that you think can be used against you, then you don't say it, long term. And that's just the way life is these days, guys. And I'm sure you all have been through it before. I think every one of us have been through it. And, I've spent years going through it. And you get a lot of it in jail. Jail's a perfect example, because jail is a mini society. It's a small representation. I know that it sounds a wee bit mental being in prison. Come on, chill up, this way. I know it sounds a wee bit mental being in prison and all that. They're all bad men. There's not all bad men outside. But what I'm trying to say is the social networking thing, the way people communicate, groups gather together, different cliques and all the different emotions, jealousy and stuff like that. It's all there in prison, and you got to be very careful, because you could be friends with somebody and they be your best mate and they're in every morning getting a cup of tea with you. You might have the same work, you might be training together. You start talking about personal stuff. And then you do something that they don't like, and you're like, well, I'm not changing just because you don't like it, and that creates a problem. And that's what it is. It's like personalities, big personalities clashing. One thinking they're right, the other person thinking they're right. And basically, there's no wrong, really. It's just two people with two different opinions, and there's nothing wrong with it. And some people just don't know how to handle it. And then they just, I don't know what the human thing is about it, but, maybe it's in prison because it's more confined, you know what I mean? But things can turn pretty nasty over something really silly, And that's where I got my lessons in life, I just adapted them kind of things from inside, outside, And I've always kept myself safe, And but I give everybody a chance, guys. I never judge anybody. Anybody makes mistakes, I never judge them. I forgive. If people are good to me and they make mistakes, and that's just going to go, oh, that's just finished. I might be angry, I might say this, I might say that, I might speak to them, but if I don't speak to them, it's because I'm expecting an apology, and that's on their thingy, if I do something wrong, I'll apologise, and that's the way I am. But we'll see what comes. But as my followers, please do not panic, do not think anything bad. I've got this. Okay. But seeing the reports today about GB News, right? Now they're getting rid of, I think it's Mark Nolan, I can't mind. And he's a really, really good presenter. And I'm hearing they're bringing Kay Burley. Now I'm going to say this straight away. If they bring Kay Burley into GB News, that's me funny, it's the GB News, you know what I mean? And they're saying Kate Burley and Michael Farage. Chill up, come on. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm not going to go into it because I know now I'm starting to see things pretty not great. It's starting to become quite dangerous to come out against farage right now. Yeah, I'm going to bring in it once. I'm going to let things play out. So I'm going to let people behave the way they're behaving, and then I'm going to in depth it. I'm going to deep dive it, and I'm going to show you the pearls of what I think people have got. The majority have got things really wrong. And it's one of the ones that they're not going to see that until 4 years' time, And then all the people that they're hating on, that have been speaking against their farage, it's they're going to realise, but then it's going to be too late. And, I'm not going to say too much about it because I can't be bothered with all the bull, you know what I mean? It's coming along with it, You can't have an opinion, you know what I mean? And it seems to be cliquish. I've heard this with Tommy Robinson as well, with the Tommy Robinson people, like the hardcore, like myself, and a lot of people say, oh, the Tommy Robinson people, they're just fucking, they're blind, they've just got blinkers on, they don't listen to nothing to nobody, just Tommy. And I can understand a wee bit. I have seen people like that are just totally fucking, they just don't listen to nothing and nobody. And, I'm always, my mind's always open, I love Tommy Robinson, and if you know that, where my feelings are, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean I agree with every single thing, and this is the difference. A lot of people, they just go, they don't open their minds, I don't think they're able to be honest with you. And it's happening with farage, It's just like, oh, we're so desperate, we've got no other hope, he's our only chance. And now you hear they're talking to people with Kate Burley, you know what I mean? Oh man, it's going, as the time goes, people are going to be going, oh, that's not right, let's get rid of farage, obviously, reform will do all right, you know what I mean? No doubt about it, but I can't see him giving up power anytime soon, you know what I mean? And that goes with what I've been saying about the man, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But a lot of people are scared to talk like this because they're scared to get hit, you know what I mean? And that's bad, you know what I mean? This is from the right, These are right-wing guys who follow farage, who do not like anybody having an opinion about him, Now, you could bring shitloads of evidence of farage being as an establishment, You can bring photographs and videos of him laughing and joking with Starmer. And you can bring loads of videos where he said things that you just... you would hear from Labour, the kind of things that you would hear from a Labour politician. And you can bring evidence after evidence after evidence, And you can even bring evidence of him saying, listen, we're beat unless we do what they tell us, basically. I'm not going to mince my words. That's what he's saying. And but some people, they cover their ears. They don't want to hear it. And that's the dangerous part, because the signs are there, guys. You're just ignoring them because you don't have another option. Because you don't have a clue what else to do right now. You're saying, you're all wrong. Farage is the answer. So it is what it is. I'm not, at the end of the day, I'm trying my best. I want to keep myself right with my daughter, And thank God I'm not here for money, and I'm not here for fame or anything like that, because I think that's where you would go wrong in this kind of game. I'm here for my daughter. I want my daughter to look back and say, oh, look, my dad done a video about that. I don't even think she'll be able to watch all my videos. Who knows? You know what I mean? I'm over 200 videos now, A lot of guys take years to do 200 videos. I've done it in 4 months, so I'm quite proud of myself, you know what I mean? It's content and it's there, and I've got other stuff. I've got it saved and other stuff. So it's really, really good to have that, It's done. It's out of the way, It's my words, my opinions, and it's honest, And you got to remember, guys, I'm always here doing this for my daughter. That's who's going to judge me, my daughter. So this is the thing people got to understand. Nobody else can judge me. You can have your opinions and people can say what they want, but it doesn't make a difference to me, These people are irrelevant in my life. You understand? They don't hold nothing. They don't have any effect. Words can't hurt you. They really can't. And the most important thing to me is my daughter. What she thinks. Tulip, behave. What she thinks. You know what I mean? And hopefully, I'm hoping I've got it all right. You know what I mean? Who knows? we never know what's ahead is. We might, my home politics might change. You just don't know, do you? Nothing's set in stone. This is the thing, guys, and this is a good thing about our society. Free will. Well, sort of got a free will. Labour's trying to take it off us, But yeah, we bit worried. GB News and where they're going, and it doesn't make any sense, does it? It will be soon that we won't have any broadcasters at all representing us through the news broadcasters, and you'll see it slowly. You know what I mean? They've given us a wee teaser to get the right on side, and then slowly all the people that we really wanted to listen to are being taken off it. And everybody's still blindly just going, oh, everything's good, And now they're talking about Farage having his own show and everything being built around Farage, and I'm sitting next to Kay Burley. Jeez, oh, guys, Oh, my God. Well, anyway, and I hear now as well, this is coming. I always spoke about this. Now, I always said 5. Don't know what, because when you're doing these videos, guys, you got to be careful you don't exaggerate and you don't come across as being hateful or anything like that. And Sharia courts, there's now 50. Apparently, we've got the most Sharia courts in Europe. That's what they're saying. We are the leaders in Sharia court in the Western world, and still silence from everybody, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, we'll just motor on, just another 4 years and we'll change it. Farage is the answer. Yeah, many Sharia courts is going to be the end. This is like 4 years time. We've got 50 now, I don't even know if it's 50, guys, you know what I mean? But I think it is, you know what I mean? This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. It's my opinion, just my opinion. Do your own research, guys, please. You gotta laugh, guys. I know quite a lot of you followers following me. He's following me because he's got the same sort of outlook in life. I've awakened, I know you are laughing with me. I know what you can see, and yeah, it's happening in front of your eyes, guys. Get packing. You gotta laugh. We've got to laugh. There's no other way of doing this, getting through this, guys, is by trying to make a joke of it. Protect yourselves, protect your kids, make your own plans, If you're awakened, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And just let the other ones all get on with it, Not everybody's here just because they want to do something good for their loved ones. A lot of people here are here for different reasons, And they're just going to go with the narrative, with whatever the mainstream of the right are going with, they're going to go along blindly and loyally. You know what I mean? So, I can't. There's nothing you can do or say. This. Honestly, guys, there is absolutely nothing you can do or say. It's too big now. It's got too big now, and that's exactly what they wanted. The people at the top will be rubbing their hands. Everything's going exactly the way they want, They knew this was coming. They knew there was going to be an uprising in Britain because of what's going on. They knew they couldn't flood the country the way they have. Has Labour has admitted, the experiment without the natives rising up. So they knew the natives would be looking for another political group. You've got to understand that they're a lot smarter than us, you know what I mean? They've got models from all different countries and around the world that they're working from. We don't know we haven't got that kind of information. And so they know that we'll be searching for a new party. And there you go, you've got it, reform, And you got to ask yourself, why is the leader of UKIP not on GB News? Why has he been silenced and shut down? You know what I mean? Why do you hardly see him? You only see him on the internet. Very strange, eh? Very, very strange. Well, that should tell everybody everything they need to know, But listen, I'm not here to put a dampener on your day. I'm certainly not. The main thing is, guys, the word's getting out. They can't keep hiding it. The world are watching. It's the world that are. It's going viral right now about the Sharia courts in Britain. Honestly, it's going viral. You're going to see it on the next week. You'll see it popping up while you're on your YouTubes and X. You'll see it popping up all over the place. All the podcasters will be talking about it, and that's what normally happens, And it's going to get worse. And grab the popcorn, basically, guys, because it's going to get very interesting, very, very interesting. But let's hope that I'm completely wrong. Eh? I'm completely wrong. There's never never in a time have I ever wished to be wrong. I really, really do. Like, but don't tell me a banker's going to save Britain. Please don't say that to me. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I'm just glad everybody around me knows. Like, if people come up to me in the street, the shops, and they all love to get their 5 minutes. So, yeah, hang on, I was thinking that, I was talking this, I was that, blah blah, and it is nice. It is nice, and that's why I do it. That's what keeps me. Because if I was walking out in the street and everybody was going, "You're wrong, you're wrong, you're not right. This isn't right. That isn't right." Come on, I wouldn't be putting myself through that, guys. You know what I mean? It's not worth the hassle. I would just come offline and give it up. You know what I mean? Um, and I would just say I'm wrong, If everybody in the streets disagree with me, I must be wrong, and I would just lick my wounds and go away, But everybody around me seemed to be tuned in, turned on, awakened, whatever, and that's the benefits for me doing this, I've got good, positive people around me, and yeah, I think that's the secret. I think if you've got negative people around you, you're going to do negative things. You're going to feel negative. You're going to feel down, And it's up to you who you have around you. You know what I mean? This is the thing. And people say you can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends. You can pick everything. You can choose who to be around. That's up to you as an individual, whether you can live with it or not. A lot of times there's people around you that shouldn't be around you. They're causing you problems, holding you back, keeping you down. And if you broke away from them, you would probably do a lot better in life. But you don't. So I always believe we all know what we need to do in life. But they're just really difficult, hard choices to make. But guys, I'm not going to go on and go on. I've brought you a couple of wee snippets that's going on in the world today. And just what's going on in my life. What's in my head right now. And this is what I always say. I'm not going to not talk about something just because, if it's in my head, I've got to talk about it. I've had a wee dilemma the last couple of days. Shouldn't I? Because I'm an open and honest guy. I come to a platform and I talk about everything that's going on in my life, in my head at that moment, without hurting anybody or embarrassing anybody. So it's trying to weigh them up, you know what I mean? It's trying to weigh all that up. And I've also got to keep in mind as well other people's mental health and all the rest of it, man. It's a minefield, honestly. So yeah, I've got certain restrictions, so to speak, and responsibilities as a content creator, as somebody people listen to, and I have to always keep that in mind, always got to keep that in mind, guys. So listen, I'm freezing. My hands are going blue with the cold. Always been like that all my life, even in the summer. My hands are always freezing, and yeah, there's any for it, and it's not concerned. I used to think it was something to do with my heart and all that. Oh, the blood's not getting in my hands. It must be something wrong. But the doctors have reassured me over and over again that it's just normal. Some people are like that. Listen, guys, Tulip is getting a bit crazy. She's wanting a wee runabout, so she is, because she's been no well and she's feeling better. And she still hasn't had any solids. I was wanting to make sure she was completely cleared out. She had some goat's milk this morning, because goat's milk's great for dogs. You can't give dogs cow's milk, obviously, but goat's milk's good to go. But listen, guys, I'll keep going on and on and on. Listen, all my love and God bless every single one of you.